Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Andrew, and thank you for joining us for Hebrews Podcast
where we talk about our personal experiences being dads and the day-to-day life of raising kids.
and coffee.
Lots of
Lots of coffee.
Lots of coffee. Good morning.
Morning.
How's it going over there?
It's going good.
The land of the cold.
Land of the. It's actually warming up. It's weird.
Oh, sure.
It's,
Okay. Well,
it
I'll
like
take your
shouldn't
word
be
for it.
this warm.
I will take you for your word there.
Like I haven't worn a coat in the middle of January.
I haven't worn pants. And by pants, I mean
Oh.
long pants. I've been wearing shorts.
Wait.
Let's
clarify.
clarify. There have been shorts on at all times. Actually,
Yeah.
since I've moved here, I think I wore jeans once.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been nice. And like when it's not nice, it starts like 20 degrees in the morning, and by like 10 a.m. it's up to like 40, 45. So
Okay.
and then in the afternoon
bad.
it's like 60.
Yeah.
So it's been nice weather, and it's nice.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Must be.
Oh yeah, it is. So before we get into like how our weeks were, I want to drink some coffee.
Yeah.
I have
me too.
sorry, look at this cool cup I got.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's nice tumbler. It's like
Alright.
frosted at the ice. It looks
Yeah.
like a anyway. Um it's just a nice latte. I've been really getting back into my espresso machine. I did a nice cleaning of it recently and kind of got back to tuning in the beans so I get the right coffee instead of just like, it's coffee, whatever.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
now it's back to good.
There you go. I just
Yeah.
made a classic caramel latte in my Chip and Joanna Gaines demo day
Chip
mug.
and Joanna Gaines. Now, are you a Chip and Joanna Gaines fan, or is that someone else in your household that likes Chip and Joanna
Someone
the
got
most?
me this cup. Yeah,
Oh,
Lainey
okay.
really enjoys watching them. I
My
don't
wife,
mind
my
it. Like
wife
they're fun.
loves it. She's all
But
about their like design stuff, and
yeah.
she has those books that they sell that are just recipes you can find
Yeah.
on the internet, and it's
Yeah.
oh well.
Yup.
So she likes Chip and Joanna, but
Yeah, they're fun.
yeah, I
They're
mean they're good at
wholesome.
designing, and they are wholesome. It's a fun
Yeah.
like marriage, back and forth jokes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to watch.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I gotta taste this.
Mm, it's good. Good
Oh, that's
coffee.
delicious. And I made it a little stronger this time, because normally my mug is like twice this size. Because this
Yeah.
is I think this is a standard 8 ounce,
Isn't
where
it
the
8 ounces
mug,
so weird?
yeah, it seems
Like
like
I'm
it's so
used to
little.
yeah. One second.
So there's technically like 2 shots of espresso in here, uh, and then the frothed milk, which I haven't actually done in a while.
Milk. This is my mug. It's 50 ounces. This is not my mug. It is a 50-ounce
I
mug.
would drink out of it.
I have not drank out of it yet.
Snorlax.
I know, right? Do you see back here? I have a Snorlax. What is Squishmallow?
Squishmallow, yeah.
So
Rylan has one of those, and it's a squirrel, and
Ooh.
that's become his pillow in his bed. Except he doesn't say
That's so
squirrel.
funny.
He says squirtle. So it sounds like he's saying Squirtle.
That's so funny. Yeah, my kids are all in the Squishmallows. We went to Costco this week. We'll jump into this week. It's been good. The kids had Thursday and Friday off. We took a family trip to Costco, and every time we're there, Eliza sees Squishmallows and she wants Squishmallows. This time it was one that's like twice as big as her. It's
Oh
huge,
gosh.
and it was like $30. And Nina's like, "We're gonna get it." I was like, "No."
Nah.
And then the other kids wanted one too, so we bought
Right.
3 gigantic Squishmallows that barely fit in the car, and we have a minivan. So now we have them
That's
just
saying
sitting in the
something.
living room. I know. So I mean, they're really comfy. Like throw them on the couch. You can use them as like giant body pillows and just lay on them.
Yeah, it's
But
basically like a beanbag.
exactly. So I'm okay with the Squishmallows. The girls had hockey this weekend, and they keep scoring goals. They both got goals again this weekend.
There
So
you go.
they're getting into hockey. They're loving when they score. They're like, "Yeah, it's hockey. Yeah." And I was like, "Let's do it." So that's exciting.
That's good.
And
Yeah.
for us, we've just been busy keeping up with, school and work and hockey and school and work and hockey and dance and
Yeah.
life. And of course, the Packers lost. I don't know if we talked about this
I don't
last time
think
we
so.
did. No, yeah,
No,
Packers
because it was
lost.
after
but
Yeah.
they got just as far as the Lions did.
No, 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 no.
Oh, so
The
you're happy
Lions
with
played
losing, not winning a
one
Super
more.
Bowl?
I wish we could have gone, yes, but definitely made it further than my own
If you
expectations.
don't
So I
win the
was,
cup, you're just as bad as every other team, right? The cup, I say, of course, the championship.
yeah,
I feel like that's always been my view. It's like, all right, well, we didn't win
yeah,
the World Series, but neither did 30 other teams. So
yeah.
I know
We made it to the,
there's hope for the Lions. I know you
yeah.
guys have had some bad years.
Oh yes, just a few.
This year started phenomenal
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
Beating the Chiefs, that would have been a fun Super Bowl,
That would have been, yeah. That's what I was excited about. I was like,
starting and
hopefully, it could
ending.
be a repeat of Week 1. Yeah.
Oh, well, a repeat would exactly be what you wanted, but Taylor Swift's
Oh
gonna
yes.
win.
Yeah.
She's got
Well,
the
that's what I
Super
was
Bowl
hoping
under
for. I was
wrap.
like, it'd be so funny. It'd be Taylor Swift versus Eminem.
Oh, that's right.
It's
Eminem
like
was a big Lion fan.
forget Usher. Just put those two out for halftime.
That would be wild. A little surprise at halftime. I
Yeah,
wonder if that's gonna
yeah.
happen anyway.
I don't know. I don't know.
I doubt it. I wouldn't. Why would she do that unless she was getting paid? And not like a
That's
money
true.
hungry thing, but like don't do free work.
I know Pepsi used to not pay the halftime show people. That's why
Is
they
that
couldn't get. That's why they couldn't get anybody for years.
hmm,
Yeah, but
it's
now
a
it's. I think
bold choice.
Apple Music bought it. Bought the rights to it. I think. I think it's Apple
Oh,
Music that's doing halftime now.
they've got lots of money to pay people.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
Mhm. So how about you? How was your week or 2 weeks? I think it's been
Yeah,
since we
it
last
was.
did
It's
this.
been good. It's been busy, busy
Mhm.
but good. So we did um, Christmas with my in-laws, which was nice. They were down for like 5 days, I think, which is the longest they've been able to be down just because of work and everything in a while. So that was nice to hang out and
I was just
spend
like, I
time
was
with
like, hold
them.
on, we've done this since Christmas, and then I realized that it
Yes.
was because they.
Yeah, so we were gone for Christmas and then I
Mhm.
got sick and then the
Ah,
my father-in-law's rotation of weekend schedules wasn't lining up with when we could do things and so
mhm.
we were able to do it on what is technically his long weekend which he gets like 9 days off and then he's back on and um it's a crazy shift or
Yeah,
crazy
I remember you
schedule I
telling me that
guess.
about this stuff. It's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense in my head, but so that was
Someone's
cool.
got to do it, right?
Yep. So that was cool. Got to spend do Christmas with them, and Rylan was having a fun. He loves opening presents, and got to go on my first fire call, which is pretty cool. So
Ooh,
I
I
think
don't know if we've talked about this. I
yeah, I
don't
don't
think we
think we
did.
have. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it would have been just after. So I joined the volunteer fire department here in Shawano, and
dude, where's your
um,
mustache?
I did. Yeah, that's all I got.
Not shave the beard, just get the mustache going.
No, Laney told me that's a
Do
hard
it.
no.
I don't care. You're a volunteer fireman. Firemen's
You
need
have to.
mustaches.
Yeah.
You gotta slide down that pole. You need a
Yeah.
mustache. That's what you gotta have. That way, when they take pictures of you for the calendar too, you got a mustache.
Yes, yeah, for the calendar, yeah.
So
So so yeah, no, I've been thinking about it and, finally decided to pull the trigger and join up, and so I
nice.
can't really do too much yet, because I still gotta do a lot of training and all that,
Mhm.
but it was cool to get to go on my first call. Wasn't cool to see this family lose their garage, um, but we're able to save the house, obviously, which that's always
That's
huge.
good. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's gonna be a big change, a big swing. I'll have some on-call rotations and have to have
Busy
my
with
pager on at
being a
night, and
dad and be
yeah,
working, and then
yeah.
call
Thankfully,
of firing.
yeah, thankfully the way it works is there's like 50 some firefighters in our county that can
Mhm.
respond. So they ask us to only make like 20% of the calls a month, which equates to I think it's like between 2 and 4 calls a month.
Okay.
Which it to me like for me it's like okay that's not when you think about it like that it's not a lot and that's like the bare minimum.
Mhm.
Now some weeks or some months you might be able to make more like if you're on call for that whatever that because it's um, the on call is usually like 6 p.m. Friday night to 6 p.m. Saturday night. So it's a
Okay.
full 24 hours and you could get 2 or 3 calls in that time frame.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's figured I'd try it and see how it goes. And they put you on probation for a year, which is
Sure.
just like a training time
You
teaching
can't
time, and
shoot
then really
fire out of
see
the
if you
hoses?
like it. No, they let me shoot water, like spray
Oh,
water
it's
and stuff.
water? I thought there were
No,
fire hoses.
no.
Fire comes out of them, right? They're fire
Absolutely.
hoses.
Absolutely. Have you seen where people it's so bad, where they reverse people, like firefighters rescuing people from burning buildings? It's so bad.
It looks like they're putting people back in the fire
Yeah.
buildings.
No, that's not
No.
what we do. Um, but no, it's cool. So I'm excited for that, and
Nice.
it'll be cool. So
Yeah.
it's been a good week, good 2 weeks
Good.
really.
Yeah.
Bummed my Lions lost, but we still made it further than I was hoping, and
It's
there's
true. Really good.
hope for next year. We won the North, made it to the NFC
Yeah.
Championship game, and yeah, so it's gonna be tight between the Packers, the Lions, and the
Yeah,
Vikings. If
Jordan
they,
Love's really getting up there. I didn't know if
yeah,
I expected anything out of him,
no
but
one did.
yeah. So before we move on to our fatherly jokes, I'd like you to stop what you're doing and either subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching the video, or like the
Hmm.
video if you're liking it. You know what? Leave comments if you have a comment for us. So we've had
Yeah.
people leaving comments, uh, very productive comments that help us look at things and like maybe there's something we could change, or maybe not. Either way, we're having a great time
Oh
doing
yes.
Hebrews podcast, and we enjoy our company with each other,
Yeah.
and we enjoy our time with anyone who listens and enjoys coffee with us as well. So don't
Hmm.
forget, like and comment and subscribe on YouTube. And if you want to listen to us without watching our beautiful faces, head on over to Spotify.com, or you can check us out at our website at Podbean. All this stuff is down in the description below. Don't forget to take a look down there. And if you have any questions for us, you can leave a comment, or you can email us at the Hebrews podcast at gmail.com, where
Hmm.
we often check our email. But it does push to my phone, so I guess I
Yes.
do check it.
Yeah. Be
So,
sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well,
yeah.
because we'll be talking about that in a little bit. What that Gonna
Mhm.
be some changes. But
Maybe
before
we'll
we get too
pop the
far
next
ahead,
viral
hey,
Instagram
maybe,
reel.
maybe.
The one you send to your friends while you're sitting on the toilet. It'll be
Oh yeah,
us.
and yeah, it'll be us.
So, yeah, that's that for now. We're gonna head on to dad jokes. Poppy, you got
You go
yours?
first.
I'll go first. All right. I got it. Classic one. It hits home. You know, it's always stood out to me. Why did the scarecrow keep getting promoted?
I don't know why.
He was outstanding in his field.
Outstanding.
Did you hear the pun I put in there? This one's always stood out to me.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
figured that was funny. Threw a little thing right
You are
there.
so punny.
I know I'm a dad. What can I say?
Hey, do you know what happens when you smack Dwayne Johnson on his butt?
Other than a felony and a lawsuit? No.
You hit rock bottom.
That's good. Hit rock bottom. It's funny.
And a
The
felony.
Rock. If you're confused sitting at home or driving in your car, The Rock is Dwayne Johnson. Not your neighbor,
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
N-
Which would also be a lawsuit, by the way.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So today we have a little bit of a light topic. It's not necessarily huge, not deep. We're kind of just hanging out. We're going to talk about some changes coming to Hebrews. I think we'll
Yeah.
do that after the little
Yeah, I'll do it at
topic
the end.
idea we have here. We just wanted to share with you some more insight from our lives and things that we enjoy, and things that I think you can relate to or not, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So what here is the question that Andrews proposed
So
to me just minutes before we hit record.
um, so with it being, Hebrews, and we're talking about coffee and favorite things that we
Love
like.
coffee.
We've talked about our favorite ways of making coffee before. Um, but I thought it'd be fun to talk about, what are our favorite things to eat and enjoy with our coffee.
Ooh.
So if you, for me, most times it's just coffee. But when I get a chance to, is what is kind of the idea. Like, what's a go to? Kind of
Mhm,
like
mhm.
tea and crumpets, or
Oh,
or
have you
something
had
like.
crumpets?
No, I
You
want
just
to
know that the
so
phrase
bad.
is tea and crumpets.
Yes.
Okay. Crumpets are delicious. I enjoy a good crumpet.
I've
So
wanted to try. I think we talked about this off the podcast one time because isn't
oh,
it basically just like a deeper biscuit and like the
it's
if
like
you
a
think of like
deep
an
English
English
muffin,
monk?
like a
Yes.
spongy English
Yeah.
muffin that's just deep, and you could fill all those nice crannies with butter or, um, shoot, there's the cream that they have over there. It's like full clotted cream is what it's called.
Oh gosh.
It's literally just full fat cream. It's that okay, like you have to try it if you go over
Uh,
to England for some reason, but
yeah.
it's
Yeah, I want to. I
decadent.
really want to.
Or jam or
So,
something else you can put in a crumpet.
yeah. I'll have to see if I can either make some or find some here stateside. Won't be as good,
You might be close
but
enough to do they do crumpets in Canada?
I don't know.
They might.
I'd imagine so. Yeah, I would imagine they do because
There's a
there's a
lot of
lot.
crossover with Canada and
Yes.
England, yeah.
Yeah, more than the US.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
But anyway, so
Mhm.
what's your go-to with coffee?
Go-to with coffee. Like you said, usually I just drink coffee. In the morning, I'm not a
Mhm.
huge breakfast person. But if I'm going to like a coffee shop to get a coffee, uh, I could go for it's gotta be sweet. Savory and coffee doesn't seem to match well. Um, so like a nice donut. And my preference of coffee and donut isn't anything with like flavor or anything. I like like the original cake donuts. Like Dunkin' Donuts calls
Really?
them just original donuts. They're like plain as
Yeah,
all can
it's
be. They're
just
not even like
plain.
sweetened. They're just like
It's
cake
just a
donut.
cake. Yeah.
Yeah, with a hot coffee, you dunk it in. It's really good. Now I
Mm.
will add seasonally pumpkin and blueberry cake donuts are really good. So,
Oh. I don't think I've had the pumpkin, but I don't think I've had
mhm.
pumpkin and blueberry, but that would
Not
be
pumpkin and blueberry, just
Oh.
blueberry for like the summertime and just pumpkin
Okay.
for obviously fall
Well,
time.
I feel like
So
pumpkin and blueberry actually wouldn't
it
be
does sound like a
bad.
delicious combo
That
right there. Yeah.
Now you
No.
got me thinking. Now you got me thinking.
Now we'll make pumpkin blueberry cake donuts,
Yeah.
and that'll be our our go-to.
That'll be our go-to, yep.
So,
Well, it's I was trying to think of something, that, I don't get it very often, unfortunately, and I'll explain why. But I do love donuts, not as much because
mhm,
I'm not a sweets person. I
sure.
know we've talked about it before. Like I'm that's not where I cater to. I'll eat donuts though. I'll gladly eat a donut. But when I want something with coffee, and when this is available to me, I will always go for some Trinary toast. Um, which I think
I don't know what the
I
word is in front.
it's Trinary, so I know you can get it in the UP. Like, that's where I don't know if that's where it started or if it was a Norwegian thing,
Mm,
but it's basically like, you know those little oh, what are they called? They come in a little package, and it's like
a
it looks like a
biscotti?
flattened yes, it's like a biscotti, but it's a whole loaf of bread, and it's typically, like a ton of cinnamon and sugar on the outside, and it's cut into like
Mm,
individual slices, and it's hard like a biscotti. Um, but then usually what you do like this, what I love to do with it is you take a little bit of peanut butter and smear it on it, and then you dunk it in your coffee, and usually when I do this, I'll have just black coffee because obviously like
oh,
dunking
it's super
peanut butter
sweet.
in something else, yeah, it would just get
Oh,
gross.
yeah.
But yeah, but then the sugar and stuff will fall off as you dunk in your coffee and it softens up and you eat it. Oh my goodness. It
So,
is
I'm gonna keep going. When I was young, we lived in Rhode Island, and there's a large I can't remember I'll start it from scratch. There's a thing called Bolos Lovdos, and it's
okay.
kinda like an English muffin, but it's a sweet bread. It's like a
Ooh.
yeah, and we used to make that in the morning when I was a kid and put cinnamon and sugar and butter on it. Butter and cinnamon and sugar. It was like a and then that's what reminded me of that. So I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, maybe it's sorta like that." But maybe not.
Yeah, it's like a hard bread. Like
Yeah.
you could bite into it without dunking it, but it would like break up and it's really hard to chew without it. But yeah, that's
Mhm.
like you can find it. The closest I've found it to me would be like Iron Mountain. So it's like an
Okay.
hour north. But they
Is it worth
sell
the
it. It's
drive?
Oh yes. Usually when I go through Iron Mountain, like we'll go through Iron Mountain for winter camp. If we
Mhm.
stop at like it's typically at like gas stations or
Okay.
sometimes it'll be at Walmart. but it's mostly at like your gas stations and stuff like that. And you buy it in literally like a, it's like a classic, like brown paper bag folded over, stapled, and it's yeah, it's pretty funny, but it's really good. And I don't know how they make it or why it gets so dry, but it helps like preserve it too, because there's no moisture in the bread, so it
Sure.
can't like it obviously goes bad, but it takes a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't tried it, it's delicious. Trinary toast.
So I don't know if you
Um,
could see my brain like literally working overtime since you've been talking, since I couldn't remember the culture Boas Leftos was from, but I remembered Portuguese.
okay.
So that yeah, there you go. Anyway,
I have to try it. Have to
yeah,
try it.
I haven't had that in ages. Something that you do have to try. Do you like caramel or caramel? This is a different debate, by the way.
I always say caramel, but I do enjoy it.
I don't
It
care which way I say it. It's really dependent on what comes out of my mouth.
yeah.
um, there's a cookie called a stroopwafel. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Mm-mm.
That is, I believe, Swedish or Finnish, so
I was gonna say it
somewhere in
sounds
there.
very Norwegian.
Yes, it's a Norwegian. It's basically like a thin biscuit with caramel in the middle. And what
Huh.
the trick is you have it and it's like hard. It's like soft, hard-ish caramel, but you
Yep.
put it over a hot cup of coffee and it'll melt the caramel inside and you eat it. It's nice and gooey and that's a good coffee combination.
Hmm.
But that's super sweet.
Yeah.
So
You'll have to. I might have to try that.
yeah,
That
we buy
sounds
the
good.
stroopwafels. The kids love to eat them. Obviously, they don't put them in their coffee, but
Right. Right.
it's just a caramel cookie.
Well, yeah, that reminds me of I used to do this when I was working construction because I'd get up late, I don't get up early. But so
Yes,
I'd go
I'm
to make
aware.
my
Even with
coffee.
kids, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I'm
I'd go
so
to make
jealous
my
of that, by the
coffee.
way.
I don't get it. We're very blessed with with how he's starting to wake up a little bit earlier now,
Good. I've been praying
but
so hard for that.
it's all your fault. No, it's fine. Um but I would wake up late, and so, I wouldn't have enough time to make breakfast or anything. So what I do is as I'm finishing getting ready, I'm making my coffee, whatever, and I'm just in a, Black and Decker or not Black and Decker. What is the classic like coffee pot? Um and the
Mr.
plastic usually
Coffee
gets, yeah, Mr.
or
Coffee.
something like that. There's yeah, but I know what you
Yeah.
mean. Like the
Yeah.
simple like 4 cup little
Yes. Yeah. But the top plastic piece usually gets kind of warm. And so what I
does.
do is, you're working construction, you need a little protein or something. So I'd have Cliff Bars for breakfast, and I'd set my Cliff Bar on
Ooh.
top of that so it would get it a little warmed up and a little more gooey. And oh,
Mhm.
that was good. That's not like a
That's a good
normal
idea.
thing.
No,
Like
but I mean
it's
it's
a good idea. Yeah.
using the heat. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that made me think of that, melting the caramel inside the cookie, and it reminded me,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that was my breakfast for probably not the best, like coffee mixed with protein and oats,
That's a
like that
great
just
that's a great breakfast. That sounds like your first break is gonna be a long
yeah.
break in the porta potty. Getting paid on company time.
Yeah.
um, Thinking about
Oh
going to a
man.
coffee shop. What another thing that I love to have with coffee is a lemon poppy bread, like some lemon bread or
Mhm.
banana bread. A good like
Yes.
breakfast bread that's got sweet and fruit in it. Mixed with a coffee.
I love
I just
banana
like to
bread.
drink coffee.
Yeah.
So
It's delicious. It
it
is
is.
delicious.
And nutrition. No, it's not nutritious. I'm pretty sure coffee's bad for you, but I'm not going to go down that road right now. Drinking
Yeah,
coffee at
yeah.
like 9:30 at night always a bad idea. So
Uh, I enjoy it still.
yeah. Well, guys, that was our discussion about what we like to eat with our coffee.
Yeah.
If you like to eat something specific that we didn't mention, drop it in the comments down below. If you haven't
Mhm.
tried any of this stuff, maybe take a look. Google
Take a look. Yeah.
Stroopwafel or a Trury's toast.
Trinary
I was
toast.
so close. I
You
listened
were
so
very
hard, and
close.
you
You were
said it
very
like
close.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So,
Or if you have something that you're like, "Hey, try this with your coffee next time."
oh
Like,
yeah, good
we'd love to do it,
suggestion.
even on the
Mhm.
podcast. Like, "Hey, this came from so and so, and they said try this with your coffee." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we are open to suggestions. I mean, we
What
drank cat
pairs
poop
well with cat
coffee.
poop? Yeah, exactly. I love how we both said that.
Yeah.
Not scripted, everybody.
Nope.
Um, so, all right, guys, we're planning on changing up a couple things here at Hebrews Podcast.
Mhm.
Would like your input a little bit,
New
but really, we're just going to go forward with what we're doing.
new brews,
Still, tell us
Hebrews.
new brews for the brews, Hebrews, not the beer brews, just the coffee
No,
brews. Still,
the coffee brews,
maybe
yeah.
that no.
No, I like my
No.
job.
There you go. Let's see. A new look for Hebrews. We're going to be doing our topic videos, our topic podcasts once or twice a month. So we had previously said we're doing that once a week, which has been great when we do it. Sometimes it's a little stressful to try to get every week. Sometimes someone's sick. Sometimes someone has to watch a Lions game. Who knows? But we're going to be one or two times a month doing our mainstream podcast where we have a topic that's serious. We dive into it. We talk about it. We drink our coffee and it'll still be posted here at youtube.com, Hebrews podcast. I don't know what, you know, the link you're watching here,
Mhm.
and also on Spotify. Another thing that we're probably not going to post on Spotify, but we'll post on YouTube and maybe take little snippets and clips and put it on our social media that we would love you to follow at Facebook or Instagram. Is once or twice a month, we're going to be doing a vlog style video where you either get me or Andrew, or maybe together, both of us, who knows, just doing daily things in our life, drinking coffee, talking about things that happened in a day. Who knows? Whatever. Something cool in a little vlog, 5 to 10 minutes long. The other 2 or 1 week of the month. So,
Yeah, so that's
and
why we're trying to get the push the socials so that you
mhm,
don't miss out on something that we're posting, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. We
yeah,
haven't figured out which or both.
it'll
More
probably be
like we'll
on both.
start with both,
Yeah,
kind of see what happens. But we thought it'd be something fun to switch up and kind of do and try with the new year. It's been a year of us doing.
been a year of us
Um,
doing Hebrews, and it's been a lot of
yeah,
fun. I'm definitely
yeah.
enjoying it.
Yeah,
Just
and we're
trying to.
not like backing away from the normal podcast style stuff.
Nah, we'll still be doing
If
that.
anything,
Probably just as much.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be about just as much. But then still giving like little snippets into like a day in the life of Scott, a day in the life of Andrew,
It's
or
not as
something like
exciting as
that.
you'd think, but some days are pretty wild. Let me tell
No,
you.
there will not be any like vlogging while I'm on the fire trucks or anything like that
Oh,
because I
could you
don't
do
want to.
that legally? Yeah, I think you
No,
could. You're a
no, no,
volunteer.
no,
They
no,
can't like
no,
sue you.
no. No. I could go down to the station
Slide
though,
Can you
for
slide down the
part of it.
pole and do a vlog?
There's no pole.
No, don't tell us that.
I'm sorry.
Ah,
That's typically at the houses where, people are full time because 'cause they'll have, like, their bedrooms and stuff upstairs above the station
uh,
and slide down, yeah.
wonder if it saves that
That's
much time. I'm
yeah, I feel like it could, but yeah.
gonna save like 2 minutes maybe, and that might help.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. And along with other things, we're gonna be refreshing looks, maybe
yeah.
here and there. You might see something that's different, but it's still us, our
Yep.
beautiful faces here.
Might hear a little jingle or 2 coming in and,
Who knows?
who knows? We'll have to see. You'll
Yeah.
have to
So
see.
yeah.
We
So stay
know, you'll
tuned.
have to see.
All right,
So, no,
guys.
we're excited for, not a freshness. It's been a
Freshness.
year, it's been great, and we just wanna continue doing fun things and,
Hitting the bathroom
be
and
part
powdering
yeah.
our nose. We'll be out
Yeah.
back in a couple minutes.
Alright, well, thanks for joining us on this episode. I
It
can't
was a
remember
good one.
what number we're on.
Um,
It's
that was one of the things that
something.
also I think we're gonna drop the numbers because
Yeah.
it's kind of intimidating if someone's new to the channel and they're like, "Oh wait, there's 20 episodes. I have to watch the before this one." No, just watch whatever. The only thing you need to know
Come
is
hang out.
I'm Scott. He's Andrew. We like
We
coffee.
like coffee.
Parents. There you go.
And we
So
tell dad jokes every week.
yes,
Well,
every
not
week.
every episode.
I think we
Um,
could do dad jokes in the vlog. Who knows?
we could. Yeah, we could.
Mhm.
That'd
So
be punny.
yeah. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time here at Hebrews Podcast.
Peace.